Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for tuning in. Right now we are going to do the brakes. As you guys know, I have Brembos on here. They're not original to this car, but they are original to the ISF, which is very similar to the IS250s and 350s, and they bolt on to this knuckle. So I'm going to show you guys how to change your brakes, and yeah, let's get to it. All right, so I took out the tire right now, as you guys saw. Right here, I have the Brembo rotor and the Brembo caliper. As you guys can tell, it's a little worn out already. It's not hitting the metal yet, but it will be. I do track this car, so you know I do go through brakes a bit more than the average person. But compared to the original brakes that I had, because as you guys know, these are ISF calipers that are on a 250. They last a lot longer than they did before, so I'm really happy with them. Apart from that, in order to take off this caliper, the pads that are inside, you got to take off these pins right here. So there's one right here, one down there, and then there's a bolt back here. There's a bolt right here that you got to get to, which is I think a 13 if I'm not mistaken. So you got to push these two pins that are right here out going that way, loosen up the bolt that's in the middle, and then you should have access to everything that's right here. So you can move it a little bit and the piston should go back, and then the pads come flying out. So apart from these two pins and the 13 back here, there's 17 millimeters on the back that bolt straight onto the knuckle. Maybe I'll take them off just to show you guys, but I really don't need to. But yeah, so I have the same pads, same everything. I'm not gonna change much. It's just changing the pads, leave the rotor by itself. Now, don't bash on me for not changing the rotor or turning it. The reason why I'm doing that is because of money. So I'm just gonna change the pads, that's it. You guys will see how easy it is to take this off. All right, so I took this off already. Put these two pins all the way to the back, take them out. Sometimes they get stuck because this ledge right here, you gotta push it down and then it comes out. So this is basically how it looks. So you got this going under the bolt that goes in between the middle, and then right here you have the other pin. The pins go on top, the bolt goes in the bottom. So remember the way you take it out, the same way you put it back in. So now I could easily take the pads out right here. You just got to push the pistons, because there's 3 right here and 3 on the back. Push them back a little bit, and you should be able to get them out by hand. If not, you're gonna have to put in the rotor to push back the pistons a little bit. So like this one should come out, and there you go, look, it's starting to come out. So not too bad. It's not scraping the rotor yet, so that's another reason why I wanted to change them now instead of wait. Remember, I'm trying to save money right now because your boy's a little tight on money. But look, not too bad. So yes, they are worn out, but they hadn't hit the metal yet. Yeah, like I was saying, these are the two 17s right here. One right here, one down here. So you take these two out and the caliper comes out. So this is pretty much how it's set up. So you have the 2 bolts that bolt straight into the knuckle, not like the IS250 that you have four bolts connecting it, but this one is just a bolt straight to the knuckle. And then if you want to do the conversion from the IS250 or 350, you have to get a new wheel bearing assembly, which is pretty much this. It's 4 bolts, 2 here, 2 on the bottom. It connects to a sensor in the back, this one right here, but it's the same sensor that the IS250 uses. You have to cut it right here, down here too. So as you can tell, look, it's kind of sideways. And then the shield, you have to push it a little far back so it doesn't hit the rotor, because it is a bigger rotor. It's not the same one that the IS250 has. I'll put the part numbers on the bottom. The caliper, of course, the pads, and the rotor. For this, there's a specific tool to push back the pistons, because there's 3 on this side. There's 3 right here, and there's 3 on the other side right here. I don't have that tool, so I'm gonna improvise. So I'm gonna do it by hand, because these are still kind of soft. You just gotta try to push all of them at the same time, because there's fluid in here. The fluid goes from here back to the reservoir, which is up there. But here's a picture of the right tool. So it pretty much, you use it, it opens up, and it opens up evenly. This is the wrong way to do it, but this is my car, so I don't really care. I am gonna push the pistons back by hand, these by hand, and then put one of the new pads in right here. So I gotta put the pad in and then push these by hand as well. I should have enough clearance for both pads. Mind you, this is the wrong way to do it. Can't stress this enough. If you want to do it the way I'm doing it, it's at your own risk, so don't come crying to me. The right way to do it is with that tool that I showed you, that you spin it back and forth. It looks like a ratchet, and then it opens up evenly. All right, so now they are both in. Now I can put the pins and everything else back. I already tightened the two back ones. Remember, I did this the wrong way. The way I'm gonna correct for that is by pumping the brakes. They should come out evenly, all of them. So as you guys can see right here, these are back on, this is on. These, you just gotta bottom out until they're pretty much flat. You'll feel them come in because they have like a little groove. Then when you put it in, there's a little groove like this. When you put it in, it compresses. And then it pretty much, you'll feel it get stuck in there. Right now it's not moving anywhere. The bottom one isn't either. You gotta hammer them in. That's what I do. The 13 mil has to be tight because if not, you'll hear a rattle. That happened to me once and I forgot to tighten it, but I instantly knew what it was, so I pulled over and yeah, I tightened it. But that was a long time ago. That's when I was first learning how to do this. Learn from my mistakes. Don't do what I did. Right now I'm gonna clean this up a little bit because they are filthy with brake dust. Gonna do the other one on the other side. But yeah, if you guys are interested in what I did to this IS250, putting the Brembo brakes off the ISF, I will leave the parts in the description. Make sure you guys subscribe because it helps me out. Remember, I'm not getting paid to do this. You know, I try to teach people as much as I can from what I know, and you know, I'm not getting paid for it as of right now. Hopefully in the future, maybe, but yeah. So a subscribe would really help me out. This is for the second generation. I'm not sure if it works for other generations. Put the tire back on and should be good to go. It's the exact same thing on the other side. All right, so I just gotta pump this real quick. Pump it, pump it, pump it. What this is doing is pushing out the pistons again towards the rotor and putting all the pads evenly. I didn't open any of the bleeder lines, so yeah. Feels good, so yeah. But thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for the next video, and yeah, subscribe later. Peace.